Do you remember the time when little brown bear's devious mind decided to eat a whole strawberry pie when his parents weren't looking?
It's Grandma and Grandpa!
Hello everyone, sorry for not making any little brown bear videos in a while. It's just that I've been more interested in the Norman Can Take a Hike videos just because I love the background of Pontypandy. Look at this! The last little brown bear video was 2 months ago. So I welcome you to the return of Little Brown Bear Could Bite His Tongue. Well, I've made a new meaning of that saying. He can bite his tongue, but just soft, like this. He can't bite his tongue so hard that it hurts. That's too harsh. Now, in this episode titled, Little Brown Bear Could Eat a Horse, Little Brown Bear was not just eating, he was eating his grandma's strawberry pie behind his parents' back when he wasn't supposed to. What a disobeyer. The episode takes place when Grandma and Grandpa Bear are coming over to tea, and Little Brown Bear eats so much strawberries that he ends up being full. But then again, I don't want to spoil it for you, so let's just get right into the video. And also, I forgot to tell you, please make sure to hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't, and let's not waste any more time and dive right into the return of Little Brown Bear Could Bite His Tongue. The episode starts off with Little Brown Bear riding his tricycle in his garden. He then smells a smell of strawberry pie. So he runs in the house distracted by his favourite smell and finds his mom is cooking. And the dad is getting ready for when Grandma Bear and Grandpa Bear are coming over to dinner. Apparently, Little Brown Bear wants a strawberry cake. And the mom tells him that patience is a virtue. Yeah, Little Brown Bear, you need to understand that. Unlike another brat I know, Norman, who causes 99% of the problems in the town of Pontypandy and let a sky lantern go and did it because he was too impatient to wait so he can let it go. Sorry about my stutters. He was too impatient to wait for his sky lantern, and then he kept whining that he wants to let it go, even though it wasn't the nighttime yet. And, well, back in the Little Brown Bear universe, he keeps whining and waiting for Granny and Grandpa to come and says, "Are they here yet?" Well, Little Bear, that's just like saying, "Are we there yet?" That's very wrong. Little Brown Bear is forced to get his just deserves to set up the table. And in case you think he didn't deserve that because he didn't do anything wrong in this episode, well, I'm not going to say think again because I don't want to insult my audience. But then again, a few episodes that take place before this episode shows that LBB deserves to set the table up. Apparently, that's what he deserves for trying to wake up a baby with noise, getting up to be bratty, and then forcing his parents to wake up to see a stupid block castle, and emptying up the whole fridge and breaking a bottle of orange juice, calling his mom horrible at the cake store, and then ends up pushing, or it doesn't look like it, whining and throwing a tantrum at the shop, and bullying his mother again and calling her horrible again, just so he can plant cut flowers and destroy his mom's flower patch in the rain. The parents make their brown brat of a son get the salt of pepper while they set up the table. Little Brown Bear then has the sneaky idea of eating all the strawberries, and he A, just gets the salt and pepper and obeys his parents, or B, decides to eat the strawberry pie behind their back. Whoever chose B is correct. Little Brown Bear. That was very naughty to eat the strawberry pie, LBB. It turns out that there were no strawberries left for Grandma and Grandpa because the big bratty robber decided to eat them all and commit theft. Because the theft he committed was stealing the strawberries from his grandma's strawberry pie. Grandma and Grandpa arrive, and it turns out that LBB is making a that makes you think he's a robber who just committed theft and robbed a bank and doesn't want to go to jail for it. Apparently the grandma said she really wants to give Little Bear a kiss, but she doesn't want them to get stuck together. The two laugh while Little Brown Bear starts running over to the dinner table, sorry I got the words wrong, while he begins to feel full up from all the strawberries he ate. You see, Little Brown Bear, this is what happens when you try to eat a whole cake full of strawberries. I mean, not the whole cake, but you didn't eat some of the strawberries. The parents don't punish Little Brown Bear like reasonable parents, even when the grandma catches Little Brown Bear in the act and points out who the culprit behind the theft was. Apparently, the narrator starts rhyming like she's Dr. Seuss. Sorry, narrator.
Mouse, but little mice sometimes eat a lot more than they think they can.
Seriously? This is the whole moral? Seriously? This is the whole moral of the episode? Why did they not just think of something realistic, like the parents trying to discipline him or give him a timeout or something? They never discipline him. Mama Bear, Papa Bear are the biggest pushovers in the Brat universe. Well, apart from Dillis and the little princess's parents. You see, whenever Norman's out there causing trouble, especially in Alien Alert, where he scares Bug Douglas and destroys Pontypandy Island, Dillis does ground him, but Norman found a way to sneak out while grounded. This means grounding Norman won't work. So, this is why I think he deserves to go to jail. Well, when the police station didn't exist, Norman Price would somewhat have to be grounded, but then again, he'll just sneak out the house like the troublesome prankster he is. And with LP's parents, they never discipline her. Not once. Not once. I've watched all the episodes a long time ago. When I was younger, I liked this show. But the parents are the biggest pushovers in cartoon history. They constantly spoil her by giving her presents, even the dog does, and even if she lies to them, they don't even discipline her. And by the way, what's the whole point of watching this episode and not thinking, oh, I can eat my grandma's strawberry pie if she comes over to dinner? If I insulted you, sorry. So let me repeat, please. The whole point of this story is that kids can eat their parents' or grandparents' strawberry pie if they're gonna have dinner, and they won't get in trouble for it. It's just like kids are gonna think, oh, well, I can eat my grandma's strawberry pie because I'm a rebel if they watch this episode. No bullying kids or anything. And by the way, Little Brown Bear already learned the moral. But then again, what the whole moral of the story is that, oh kids, you can eat your grandma's strawberry pie no matter, and you won't get in trouble for it. Well, actually, no. Kids can't eat their parents' or grandparents' strawberry pie because they'll get in trouble for it in the real world. Because in the real world, this would lead to an instant timeout. So basically, we can see that Little Brown Bear was such a brat, and he ate his grandma's strawberry pie behind his parents' back. He actually decided that he's going to eat his grandma's strawberry pie, and he had to set up the table, which, honestly, is what Little Brown Bear gets for all the naughty things he's done. Now, as always, let's commentate again. LBB spent the episode being a complete impatient brat, and when he went to the kitchen, his parents forced him to set up the table, which is what he gets for all the bad things he's done. He then had the opportunity to sneak in strawberry pie behind his parents' back and begins eating all the strawberries and committing theft just so he can have his own way. When the Grandma and Grandpa Bear came over, Little Brown Bear had a look on his face that tells you that he's a sneaky brat who looks like Perfect Peter if he just ate someone's strawberry pie. Little Brown Bear decides that he wasn't going to eat his cheese, and he was basically full up from all the strawberry pie he was eating, which belonged to his grandma in the first place. The moral of the story was that kids can eat their parents' strawberry pie or grandparents' strawberry pie if their grandparents come over to dinner, and they won't get in trouble for it. But really, in real life, this would result to an immediate timeout. So, as I always say in these types of videos, Papa Bear can bite his tongue for not disciplining Little Brown Bear. Mama Bear can bite her tongue for not disciplining Little Brown Bear either. Grandma and Grandpa Bear can bite their tongues for laughing it off. And of course, for eating his grandma's strawberry pie, being a sneaky little brat and disobeying his parents' orders, of course, Little Brown Bear can bite his tongue. Thank you for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that video. I bet you all loved seeing the return of Little Brown Bear can bite his tongue. Until next time it's gabbing about brats, please subscribe and make sure to please like, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.